about the competition between Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill as it stands right now?
Well, it's still too close to call, too early to call, Stan. Sean Payton told ESPN's Dan Graziano today that he really is going to probably wait until after 2 preseason games, maybe all 3 preseason games. And after watching these 2 guys every day in practice for 2 weeks, I take him at his word. That's not just coach speed. It's really close. I tend to think Jameis Winston has a slight edge because he has higher upside, but we know they trust Taysom Hill. So if they don't like what they're seeing from Jameis Winston, they will be very comfortable sticking with Taysom Hill. The one thing we have seen from both guys, though, is almost a surprising amount of efficiency, more solid than spectacular. A lot of checkdowns to running backs and tight ends. Only 3 interceptions apiece for these guys through 2 weeks.
Yeah, they both have ball security issues or have in the past in different ways, so that could be a big part of it. Meanwhile, their main target, no matter who it is, Mike Thomas, not there, still dealing with that ankle injury. The organization not happy with the way he handled that. Where do things stand with that right now?
Look, obviously tempers are a little high. Sean Payton made it clear at the beginning of camp that he wished the surgery was done a lot earlier. Michael Thomas didn't like the way that story was really being portrayed and placing the blame on him through sources and some reports that were coming out as he shared on social media. I think it's too early to say it's irreparable, though. I mean, there's obviously a lot of motivation for both sides to have him mend physically, to have, the emotions mend, and there's still a lot of time. He could be back healthy by the end of September and have 3/4 of a really successful season with this team if they're able to all come together and let this sort of blow over.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball at cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore could start the season on suspension. That's unclear, but either way, they may need somebody on the other side, and then Patrick Robinson retires earlier this week. So what's going on there?
Yeah, just so many more holes to fill on this roster than we are used to in training camp. Not just Drew Brees that's gone, but so many guys they lost in that roster salary cap purge this offseason. And cornerback is right there at the top of the list next to quarterback and wide receiver. Sean Payton has made it clear at every turn that it is still a must-fill position. Now, they're going to have some guys here competing, including Ken Crawley, who's kind of having a renaissance this summer. Rookie Paulson Adebo, Prince Amukamara, they brought back to try to regenerate his career. But if those guys aren't doing it, they will be looking at the cut-down list and maybe be looking to make a trade. It's a very high priority for them.
All right, something to keep an eye on. Mike Triplett with the Saints. Mike, we appreciate it.
Sports Center on the Road is presented by Rocket